Adagiorum Maxime Vulgarium Thesaurus, Episode 15. This one is entitled Bene Agetur by Laura Gibbs from her collection Brevissima, 1000 Tiny Latin Poems. It's number 22 in that collection. It's taken from Giuseppe Gatti, from his Sales Poetici Proverbiales et Jocosi, witty poeticisms, proverbs, and jokes, from 1703. It's written in the elegiac couplet, once again, which is one line of dactylic hexameter, that's the first long one, and then the second one is a pentameter. So again, the first line is hexameter, made up of dactyls and spondies, and the second line is a pentameter or a double hemiepes. And so it would sound something like this. Non satis est, vitardre malum plus quaeretur ultra. Nam bene non agetur, then a strong diaresis, cum male non agetur. Now to give a more complete scansion, non satis, that's a dactyl, est vi, that's a spondy, tardre ma, that's a dactyl, lum plus, that's a spondy, quaeretur, that's a dactyl, ultra, with the last syllable being onceps, that's what that X means. Onceps, that's the convention to leave it unmarked. Then the second line, nam bene non age tur. We have two dactyls and then a half foot. Then the second portion is cum male, dactyl, non age, dactyl, tur. Again, two dactyls and then a half foot. Non satis est vitardre malum plus quaeretur ultra, nam bene non agetur, cum male non agetur. And this is the translation. It isn't adequate, non satis est, merely to avoid what is wrong. Something more, ultra, something more, plus ultra, is required, quaeretur, because nam, it is not done well, or we might say one is not successful when it is not done poorly, merely to avoid failure. So success is not the same thing as the avoidance of failure. Now let's look more closely at some of the grammar and syntax. The subject of the first line is vitardre malum. This phrase, vitare, is an infinitive, first conjugation. Malum is a neuter, singular, and accusative. So vitardre malum is the subject of est, and the object of vitare is malum. So avoiding evil, avoiding failure, you might say, non satis, is not adequate. Plus, this is the subject of quaeretur, and it is neuter, singular, and nominative. It's comparative. More is required beyond that, ultra. Here we'll take ultra as an adverb. Something more is needed. And quaeretur is third singular. It is present, indicative, and passive from the third conjugation verb quaero, quaerere, like so. The second line is highly repetitive. For bene non agetur, male non agetur. Agetur is being used here impersonally in both instances, third singular, present, indicative, and passive. So it's just like quaeretur. It's also from a third conjugation verb, ago, agere, like so, to act or to do something. It is not done, non agetur. It's not done well, bene, there's an adverb. When, cum, it is not done poorly. So both bene and male are adverbs, adverbia, to put it in the plural. And cum here is not the preposition, but the conjunction. Very simply, when cum is with the indicative, cum plus indicative, it means when. It's a kind of a parenthetical subordinate idea. It's not because or concessive. It's not done well simply because it is not done poorly.
Thank you so much for watching this free video. I hope that you learned a lot about the classical languages and advanced your knowledge and enjoyment. You can help us keep going with this instruction if you like this video and subscribe to the channel. We've had hundreds of thousands of views in the last 9 years, and we would really like to grow our number of subscribers. If you hit the little bell, you will be notified every time we release a brand new free instructional video. You can also check out one of my Latin or Greek courses at LatinPerDiem.com or mossmethod.com. Check the links if you'd like to study Latin and Greek with me directly. So keep learning, and vale tote omnes.